Let's drop it.
Okay, so thank you very much everybody for coming to, I think it's lecture number 15 on growing cannabis. This is the second series of lectures being put on by the University of Hempology 101 Club and the International Hempology 101 Society. Just a couple of things before I let our guest speaker come up here. Growing cannabis has been a favorite topic, I think, amongst cannabis lovers for thousands of years, and there's many ways to do it, and lots of information out there, and you know, everyone finds what works for them best. But I didn't bring many of our books, but I just thought I'd bring a few different grow books and you know, magazines to show people a little bit of what's out there, but it's really the tip of the iceberg. Growing cannabis has been the most written about, I think, topic in regards to cannabis, even more than the law, I think, if you look into it in terms of published books and magazines and other literature available on the subject. And so we're pleased to add to that continuing debate about how to grow cannabis by having Jason come. So thank you very much, sir, and have at it.
Thanks. Good afternoon. My name is Jason Wilcox. Please bear with me. Smoking some medication and working a lot, and I actually forgot my notes today, so I'm going to kind of run this off the top of my head, and given that I typed them out 3 or 4 times and I'm looking them over, I hope to kind of have this go off without a hitch. So I think I'd like to open this off and start out by saying that there is no right or wrong answer in cultivation, and for our friends online, this is important just to kind of lay down that anything that I display here today is just my personal opinion or reference from stuff that I've read or learned over the years. Again, no right or wrong answers here, just a matter of a general understanding of cultivation. And then even before I'd say we get into cultivation, I think we should talk a little bit about safety, which is unfortunately, again, I don't have my notes, but I have enough of it in my head from common sense, such as keeping our ballast up off the ground, understanding our wire, and really just having an understanding for the equipment that you're using. You know, we're using high power equipment at times, HIDs, and it's, you know, common sense goes a long way. You know, ask questions if you don't know, buy a grow Bible. As Ted said, there's many grow Bibles available that can teach you this kind of stuff. Key safety issues as well. I mean, I hate using the word safety in relation to cannabis cultivation because there's no real safety factor. There's common sense. I say the same when you buy a chainsaw. You have to go through the manual. Common sense would tell you don't just fire it up, start playing with it. You might chop your arm off. You know, so it's kind of applicable both ways. So anyway, I'm going to jump right into cannabis because, like I said, I'm going unscripted here. Anybody wants to fire a question out? Anybody online? Bring them out. And for the purpose of today, due to time constraints, please keep the questions to soil mediums, and all that applies. And not necessarily get into the hydroponics. And I know there's going to be cultivators online that want to get into the complexities of some of the methodologies that we implement. But you know, for the sake of the class and other viewers, I think we should just stick to the fundamentals. And I've kind of broken them down to 3 things. There's going to be climate. You know, climate control or environmental control of your room is going to be one of the most important things, or if not the most important thing, being the air circulation. That controls your humidity, controls your heat. You know, all this stuff are key factors. The environment, you're basically Mother Nature. That's what I can tell you. If you want to pick up cultivation as a hobby or grow your own medicine for medical purposes, that's something to really look at. Is that you're Mother Nature. You're creating that indoor environment. And by doing so, it takes one thing. Anybody here tell me what that one thing would be? To control humidity, to control the heat inside an enclosed room such as this. Yes?
Patience and care.
Yes, that's one, indeed. You need patience to learn. Anybody else?
Ventilation.
Precisely, thank you. Ventilation. So standard, just like here, we have to breathe here. Our grow rooms too need ventilation. We need intake, we need exhaust. Not necessarily in that order. Again, this is so open that there's going to be a lot of growers that will tell you this is right, that's right. I'm not here to tell you right or wrong. I'm here to tell you what I do and what works for me. I think any grower can testify to the fact that when you're cultivating, it's really your end result. What you get in the end is what matters, not what other people say is right or is wrong. So are you happy with your end product? And if not, where do you need to make your adjustments? And that's when you're learning a little bit of research. And you know, I'm 10 years into this now, playing around, and I'm still mediocre at best. You know, but I have learned a few things. And when it comes to medical cannabis, that's something I've been fighting for about 5 years now on the political scene. And I really, I can't stress enough, and that's one of the demonstrations I'll be doing today is about the flushing stage, moreover, and we'll get into that towards the end, and that's where the demonstration will come in. Now that being said, back to climate, so we got ventilation covered, we got intake exhaust. I mean, this is the fundamentals. And this applies to any room. I mean, I can sit here and draw it up on a board. We can do a 4x4 room, a 12x12 room. It doesn't matter. What matters is can we reproduce the volume of air in that room 1 times per minute. This is generally what they suggest. Mine circulates